Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn, a love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. All right, so we're going to get a Whispers of Love, and then the Heart-Shaped Oracle. I think that's what the name of it is, for overall energy. And then we'll get some tarot, see what's going on. All right, do something for someone. Give your attention to another. And in that, it's like helping others helps you to feel good about yourself. I was just saying in the general reading for today that possibly helping out a shelter, an animal shelter or whatever, shelter, that really makes you feel good. When probably a while ago, I don't know, maybe like 10, 15 years ago, I volunteered at an animal shelter and I helped clean up, and it really made me feel good. I went a couple hours a week and I helped out, and it really made me feel good. And I've also donated things to the shelter, and I donate money, if I have blankets, food. I actually donated my time. So doing that helps you to feel good, right? That not only helps you, but that helps others. And by doing that, I feel like that puts you in a good headspace, right? That you're feeling good, you're feeling like you're helping out, you're feeling important because you're helping some, animals or people that are struggling, and you're putting a smile on their face. All right, we have my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So it could be that if you are in separation with someone that is important to you, that they are letting you know that you are important to them. But I also feel that it is if you are in connection with someone, that could kind of maybe be that energy that person is giving out to you to tell you that they really are important to them, and that maybe the two of you are not seeing eye to eye, that you're struggling, that you're having some difficulties right now, but deep inside that person cares about you, whether it's a family member or a friend, or it could just be, this image just came to me. It could be that younger self telling your older self that, you love yourself and that you want the best for yourself and that you want yourself to be happy and to feel good, and to know that maybe if there was something that happened that you feel bad about yourself, but yet telling yourself that we all make mistakes and to not beat yourself up about it. All right, so let's get some tarot and see what's going on. Seven of Wands. Five of Wands. The Fool. Page of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Two of Wands. And then for overall energy, Three of Wands. All right, so for overall energy, we have the Three of Wands, and he's kind of standing on the cliff, and he's looking out towards the boat and looking towards the future. We have the Wands, and it's almost like the Two of Wands is behind him. So I feel like it's almost like, it's that progression of going from the Two of Wands to the Three of Wands, right? With the Two of Wands here, and then moving forward and looking towards taking those first steps, and then, looking towards the future. So I feel like it's looking towards the future, and even though right now things might seem difficult and it seems far away, because that ship, it's it's close because he can see it, but yet it's far away because there's all of these waters and these waves and the water splashing, and there's a lot of waves there. So sometimes we feel like it's so close, but yet it's so far. And it's like you can see the end in sight, but how do you get there? I feel like with this card here for Seven of Wands, I feel like the sun's got your back. And I feel like sometimes we feel like we're alone. Sometimes we feel that, we're struggling and no one has your back. But I feel like with the sun behind his back and it's shining on that person and you can see the rays of the sunlight coming through, I feel like you've got your back. The sun has your back, that you're not alone, that, this positive energy, right, has your back. And Seven of Wands is standing up to all of these wands, all of these things. Sometimes we feel like there's so much stuff coming at me. There's so much that I have to do. There's so much going on. And how am I going to get through this? And I feel like he has his one wand, and it's like, you know what, I'm just going to do it one wand at a time. Sometimes when we have a really big project and we break that down into something smaller, and say you're moving, right? You're moving and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to pack this whole house. And it's a daunting, thing that's looming over my head. And instead of thinking about all of the rooms that you have to pack up and the garage and all of these things, it's maybe taking it one room at a time and narrowing it down. And maybe this is what's going on within a relationship, right? That maybe within a relationship there's so many things going on in your relationship, and you're going back and forth about everything, and you're fighting about everything, and there's all of this stuff going on between the two of you. And it's like taking that time, taking that deep breath, you sitting down, having all of these thoughts about this other person, right? It could be all of these thoughts that you have about this other person. All of this is swirling in your head, and maybe sitting down and narrowing that down to what is the most important thing that you want to talk about. What is at the top of the list? Sometimes just taking a piece of paper and just writing thoughts and emotions and feelings down and saying, well, this is, to yourself, saying this is bothering me, and that's, the dishes in the sink and the laundry all over the place, and you're not helping me with chores, and whatever all of these things are, and writing those down, and then kind of narrowing it down to what's really bothering you, what's really getting to me. Is it because maybe finances are tight, so then you're finding all of these things to argue and disagree about, and so maybe that's sort of the core of the problem. And then what are those things, what are those solutions that we can do to work through that, right? The Fool. What are those solutions? What are those things that we can start new and we can start fresh, that we can start implementing these things in order to get past this Five of Wands? Maybe you're feeling like you're not able, your voice isn't able to be heard within this relationship, and that's something that's important to you. Writing that down, and then, taking that time to have that discussion with that other person, because these two people are here. It's like maybe the both of you are feeling alone. Maybe the both of you, right? Like you're feeling like you're alone in this relationship, and maybe that person is too, because the two of you are arguing or you're disagreeing, right? And you're having these conflicts within each other. And a relationship is about teamwork. This could be any type of relationship, a friendship, a partnership. And I feel that it's standing up for what's important for you, and then being able to discuss those things and look towards the future, and what are those actions that you can take, right? And I feel like that brings that solution and that good feeling. And we have the Two of Wands, which is looking at that path as, do we want to stay in the path that we're going, or do we want to work this out? All right. Devil could represent Capricorn. I just feel like the Devil card kind of goes with that Five of Wands. Is that, are you feeling like again, like I was saying, do you feel that your voice is being heard? Do you feel like you're getting out what it is that you're feeling, or do you feel kind of tied down? Do you feel held back? Is there toxic energy that's going on within your relationship? And what are those things? Again, like I was saying, is writing those things down, sorting them out. What is most important to you? Sometimes you don't even realize what you're angry about, right? There could be a situation that you're so frustrated and irritated with that you don't even know. You're just like angry. You're just like irritated. But I feel like just writing those down, and maybe that helps you to figure out how you're feeling, and what is, maybe you don't even know what the core of the problem is, and that helps you to sort that out. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy, and sometimes we can just, I know I do it to myself, is that I just put myself in that headspace of just negative energy, and I'm like, gosh, sometimes I feel like I'm my own worst enemy. Like, I need to stop this, and I need to catch myself doing this, and I need to let that go. All right, so for these, I felt 2 for here, and we have Temperance and we have the 7 of Pentacles, and I feel like it's, sometimes it just takes time to work things out. But I feel like it's this freedom, right? With her just kind of flying and floating there and feeling free. And Temperance is, being patient and working through things, and it takes time. But I feel like it's a new beginning and a new start for the 2 of you, or within yourself. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's twofold. Maybe it's your own energy that you're putting out, and then that's how your partner or this person is reacting to your energy that you're putting out there. Let's see. The World. I love it. 2 sparks. I feel like sparks. I feel like that's where everything starts. Is that beginning and having that spark, and that little spark which creates a fire, which, builds things up. And I feel like just having that spark, being able to have that and then move forward from there. And I feel like that spark is kind of narrowing things down, figuring out where this energy is coming from. Page of Swords. I feel like it's something that's been a long time coming. But I also feel like it's new energy, because the pages are young energy. And I feel like that goes with the 2 of Wands, because it's a new beginning. Every day you have another chance. Every moment, every day you have a new chance to start new and to start fresh. That you can take that moment or that day to start fresh, and to take those actions to change things. To look at what the problem is and take those actions and make that decision with the 2 of Wands to change things if they're not working for you. And that you don't have to accept the way that things are. That you can change things. Sometimes it's not a huge thing, right? But it's those little changes that you can make that can make a big difference. It could just be, are there cups that you need to walk away from? Is it frustrations and irritations, those changes, right? Every day you have that opportunity to leave those cups behind you, and to walk towards the sun, and to set out on a new path. And I feel like that kind of goes, that's pretty cool how it, we're starting and we're ending, is this person has their back to the sun, and maybe they're not feeling that positive energy, but yet it has your back. And then by the end of the reading, this person has walked away from these cups and is walking towards the sun and seeing the light, and seeing that things can turn around. But it's up to you to do that. It's up to you to embrace that energy. It's up to you to make those changes. You can't put that on anyone else. That you have to embrace that energy, and you have to see those things that you can change. And like I said, sometimes it's just the little things, and it can just be that those little things build up to bigger things, and maybe it builds that bridge to that boat, and you're able to get on that and sail forward and move forward. All right, let's close out with an animal oracle. And building that bridge between you and your partner, you and this, if it's someone that you are at odds with, right? You're having this devil and 5 of Wands that you're arguing with, and you're feeling frustrated with, and building that bridge between the two of you. But it's definitely something that takes time. And if that is important to you, that you will find that way to build that bridge. All right, Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom, learning from the past, learning from those things that you can do. Like I was saying here, writing down on a piece of paper and writing down what's bothering you, and figuring that out and applying that, and knowing that in the future, that if you're in this spot again, that you've been through this, so you can turn this knowledge into wisdom, knowing that, okay, I'm in this spot again, so this is what I need to do to pull myself out of it and to move past the situation. And it becomes quicker and not as big as an issue as it is now. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.